I'm gonna try. This is Cockspur rum, and I've got a beautiful lady with me who is doing some Cockspur. Your name is?
Pauline. Okay, Cockspur Rum is from Barbados, established 1884. We're doing some unique cocktails of coconuts, that's Cockspur, pineapple and coconut and grenadine and Cockspur rum and ginger beer. So adding a different flavor today.
How have you found the rum and the cocktails happening here in the UK so far?
Definitely on the increase. Definitely on the increase.
This is your first rum festival?
No, we've been here 3 years, so from the beginning.
How have you found today?
Today's been a lot of fun, as always, so encouraging.
So that's great, and that's Barbados again. This time it's Cockspur rum. We had some other rums around, but yes, the Rum Fest is really taking off. This is the third year running. The Caribbean Tourism Organization has been doing their best, and yes, it is happening. So come winter, come sun, come sand, come rain, it's going to be happening here. It's always rum and more rums. Hi there, Carl Brown here. Yes, it's good to be back. How have you been doing? Welcome to my crazy time tunnel. Reason why I say welcome to my crazy time tunnel, because I tend to look back at things that really affect or has affected me or been a part of me over the years, and it's amazing what I've discovered. So feel free to like, subscribe, come with me, and then let's see what's behind that time tunnel. Hi, welcome back to the Crazy Time Tunnel. Yes, it is, I would like to reflect on 2009. What was happening then? A lot has taken place, and if I look at it very well, I recall the days when we really had good times together. We went out, we partied, we drank, we enjoyed, we really had a good time. Where are we now? Locked down. That's crazy. And looking back and reflecting at 2009, it was about the Rum Festival this time of the year. And I recall doing that program. It was amazing. I tell you what, it was about rum. But the crazy thing about it was that I was due to go into surgery on the Monday. I recorded this program on the Saturday. So the amount of alcohol I consumed crazily and had to go into surgery on Monday, well, did I survive? I did. But do come with me and let's see what it was like there and then. It was the Rum Festival 2009. And I can tell you, by the time I was through with that interview and that program, I was legless. This is the UK Rum Fest experience. Carl Brown here, and I can tell you it's absolutely wonderful. And I've got with me a beautiful lady. I've traveled all around the world. I've been to Barbados in the Caribbean, Portugal. I've been everywhere, and I've come to Cuba now. And this is
Mamie.
Mamie, absolutely wonderful lady. And Mamie is here at the Havana Club booth, and they're exhibiting Havana Club rums. Now, Mamie, tell me all about Havana Club.
Okay, so Havana Club is a Cuban rum. It's actually created in Havana, in the province, and everything that goes into Havana Club is 100% authentically Cuban. From the rum, to the sugarcane, to the water, to the yeast, everything. It was founded in 1878 by a gentleman called Jose Arrejabala. And if there's one thing you need to remember about Cuban rum, is that it was the birthplace for a light style of rum. By that I mean that it's heavy on the nose and lighter on the taste, which makes it ideal for mixing. I'll take you through them. We've got 3-year-old, which is our white rum. It's got a little bit of colour in it because it's been aged for a little bit longer. So it has got that kind of roundness of an aged rum. We have Especial, which is a golden rum. And in case you're not sure what golden rum means, golden rums were created to sit between white rums and dark rums. So it's got the lightness of a white rum, but it's got the kind of colour and the aroma of a darker rum. So it's a nice kind of in-betweener. We've got 7-year-old, which is kind of our king of Havana Club. It's a dark rum, and It's anywhere between 7 years old and 14 years old. So it's a blend of different rums blended together to create one. And then we've got Cuban Barrel Proof, which is basically created around the idea of a single malt cask strength whiskey. So instead of being blended of different rums together, it's one barrel, one aguardiente, left and bottled. People seem to think that the older a rum gets, the better it gets. For me, it's like when you choose a bottle of wine. Depending where you are, who you're with, the weather, you're going to either have white, rosé, or red. It's the same for rum. Depending how you want to drink it and where you are, you're going to want white, golden, or dark.
It's a pleasure. I've got these beautiful ladies here, and your name is?
Nadine.
Nadine. How do you find? You got two glasses in your hand.
I have.
What are you drinking actually?
I think they're both rum punch. Well, they're called Boca Loca rum punches or
Which
something.
country is that?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
And is this your first time at a rum festival?
It is my first time, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's nice that everyone can just get together and just like experience different rums.
What do you think about the rums actually?
I've only just got here, so I'm just starting to test them out, and I'm gonna probably try one of the ice cream ones with the Bacardi.
Great. I'm gonna cross you. How about you? I mean, what have you been drinking? How have you been doing? What are you drinking today?
I don't know what it is, but it's nice. It's nice.
Is it a rum? Is it a rum mixture?
It is a rum mixture. I think there's some milky one. Tastes a bit like Baileys and rum.
Okay, is this the first time you're here today?
Yes.
What do you think about it?
So far, I've only been here about 5 minutes, but I'm already getting warm inside from the rum, so it's good.
You think they should do it often?
I think they should do it all the time.
Real happening, isn't it? The Caribbean feel.
Definitely.
Great. So nice talking to you. Your name is?
Ashana.
Shana. So sweet talking with you too. Hey, great. Carl Brung here at Rum Fest, and yes, it is happening. It is absolutely wonderful, beautiful, interesting, and awesome young lady. And your name is?
Selena George.
And you're from where?
I'm from Essex, but if you want to know my background, mixture of Barbados and Antigua.
Now, look at your costume, absolutely wonderful. What is this today about? Is it one of the 7 deadly sins?
Yes, that's right. I am gluttony.
Wow, this is gluttony. We had greed. Can you remember all the names of the 7 deadly sins?
Right, we have greed, gluttony, sloth, wrath. That's 4 so far.
Anyway, it doesn't matter, but at least gluttony tells me a lot. Looking at you, sure you make me feel gluttonous. How have you found it today, actually?
It's been marvellous.
Is it your first experience?
This is my first time, yeah.
Will you come again next year?
Definitely.
And was this at Carnival Notting Hill Gate 2000 this year?
Yeah.
2009?
Yeah, I participated in this costume. This has been my second time in actually participating in costume. I've been in Carnival many years at the moment. So.
What do you think about a rum fest? What are you drinking? Have you had some?
I'm actually not quite sure. I've been told it's a Brazilian rum from one of the stalls behind me. So.
Is that your first one or just a few? Just a few? Okay, just a few. But actually, I think you look wonderful in that costume. Absolutely gluttonous.
Thank you very much.
I hope you keep that smile as you are. It's a pleasure.
Enjoy yourself.
I will. And it's good with you. I'm so gluttonous right now, I can eat you raw. Carl Brung saying here, this is the Rum Fest UK, and it's an experience to be. George, flown in all the way from Guyana, the master blend of El Dorado rums. George, tell me a little bit more about yourself, a little bit more your work, and what we will be expecting today at the Rum Fest stall today.
Yes, about myself. I joined Demerara Distillers Limited 42 years ago as a trainee distiller, blender, and I've been working with this company continuously for that period. My current position as master blender, director of wine and spirits distillation process.
Tell me a little bit about your master blending, your skills. Now, first of all, what do you need to do to be a master blender?
I think one has to be very honest with oneself. If you make a product and you think it's not up to standard, do not put it on the market. You try to improve on it and make it the best that you can, and eventually you'll get there. And when you get there, then you can boast and talk about the quality of that product. What is satisfying is when other people come and say, do you know something? This rum is really, really good. Then you know you would have done your job properly.
Now tell me, George, what will we be having today? What are your blends going to be like? How many rums will you be blending? All the rums, the 5, the various, the 3, the 5, the 15. Would you be blending all those rums today, or just are you specifically focusing on one type of rum you'll be blending in?
No, today what we'll be doing is that we'll be affording customers the opportunity to taste our rums. There will be some blending for the younger rums, like the 3-year-old and the 5-year-old. But we will recommend to people to taste the 8 and the 12 and the 15-year-old. Taste them neat. Then you will get the essence of a real good rum. Really, really good rum.
Great. So I would look forward to seeing you. Will you be behind the bar, making all the blends, etc.?
What I'll be doing, I'll be outside and inside. Yes. In fact, I'll be recommending to people, I will hear what people want to taste and recommend, okay, I think you should taste the 12. I think you should taste the 15. This is what will satisfy your requirements.
As a personal opinion, what would you recommend? As a master blender.
As you said, this is my personal opinion. Yeah. I really love the 15. The 15 is really a top blend, indeed.
Absolutely wonderful, George. I'm going to be coming around and looking at you to see how we can, how you get things together, and hopefully that I'll be able to say, yes, this is a master blender.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Before I go away, I'm going to have a quick run with Stephanie. Stephanie, how has El Dorado been so far since it's been relaunched in the UK? What has been the response to the public? Because I know it's something new on the market again. It was there, but this time, what is the response?
It's been fantastic, actually. We relaunched it last April, so about a year and a half ago, and the sales have increased greatly. We've managed to get the 5-year-old into Waitrose nationally, so that's been fantastic for the brand, being able for people across the country to access it, as well as pretty much all the top cocktail bars, hotel bars and restaurants. So we're going very, very well. For such a small brand, we've started off fantastically.
And the pricing is quite reasonable too.
It's as reasonable as it can be with the duty we get from the UK government, but yes, we've got some good prices available at Whisky Exchange over there today, ranging from about £17 up to, I think it's £295 for the 25-year-old.
So we have the 25-year-old today.
It's over there at the Whisky Exchange for sale. I think they've only got one bottle, but yes, £295.
Absolutely wonderful. Welcome to Rum Fest, and this is where rum begins in the Caribbean and around the world.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Carl.
XM Rum for over the years has been happening in Guyana, and at last it has arrived in the United Kingdom. Finally, it has. And I can tell you, without a doubt, it's going to take the country by storm. I have with me Mr. George MacDonald, who is the managing director of XM Digar in Guyana. And I'll have him to tell you all about how XM is doing, how much is it happening here in the UK, and will be happening in the future. And I tell you, it is going to be something to look forward to. George, welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. It's quite a pleasure to be in the UK and to be at Rum Fest to promote our XM range of rums. And just to let you know, we've got our XM 10-year-old here. We've got our XM VXO, which is a very extra old rum. That's a new addition to our line. It's a 7-year-old rum, and they're all doing extremely well since Specialty Brands have been our distributor in the UK. We are also quite happy again to reconnect with our diaspora in the UK here, and to let them know that the XM brands are here, and they are here to stay this time. And the sales have been encouraging so far, and we are looking forward to a bit more support from our diaspora here, and as well as friends of the diaspora and anybody else who would like to have a sip of a good rum.
Tell me a little bit more about the XM. What was the breakdown in it not coming to the UK previously? Why was there a lapse?
Well, we never tried to internationalize our brands previously. We were quite happy to just have it in the domestic market. But we now starting to internationalize all our brands, beer, rums, wines, and other products. And that's why we have been able to encourage specialty brands to carry our range of rums here in the UK. Specialty brands, they are experts at spirits. They've got some other locations and other types of businesses all involved in spirits, and they've been able to give us that exposure that we're looking for. We can only hope that as time goes by, the brands would develop. What I can say is that we are also developing a 15-year-old brand that will shortly be exposed on the UK market. The other things like beer, we won't be able to, unfortunately, promote Banks beer as it is in the UK, because there's already a little beer company that makes a brand called Banks. It's BANK''S. So we're not permitted to sell Banks beer as Banks beer here in the UK. But the other products have certainly got some potential. And like I said, as soon as we've developed the XM range of rums, we'll be introducing the other brands.
Right, here we are. I'm still at the El Dorado and the Rum Fest of the world. I said the world Rum Fest. And Carl Brown here, and today is going to be very, very busy, but yet exciting. I've got with me Sukinda. Now, Sukinda is one of the, I should say, the retailers of rums, is it, from around the world?
Correct, yep. We run a company called the Whiskey Exchange. It's a specialist drinks company, of course specializing in whiskey, but we keep about 200 different rums.
Right, Sukinda, before we move on, I've just been informed about the various El Dorado brands that's here in the UK and has been relaunched. We've done the 5-year-old and the other ones that are there. Looking across at your end here, I've noticed one that's missing from across the mixes, from the mixer's desk, is the 25-year-old, and there's a 21-year-old, and then there's a new one, the 8-year-old. So we start first of all with the 8-year-old, then we move up to the 21 and the 25-year-old and see, tell me a bit more about them, okay? Now let's start with the 8-year-old. If we can pull that down off the rack. And I think this is a new one that's been launched, really, okay? A bit more about that.
I mean, it's brand new. I haven't actually tried it at the moment. I believe it's been created to fill a gap in the market, you know. They felt that they needed a style which would be quite complementary for mixing and sipping, and I think this is the creation.
Right. How much is this retailing at the moment?
I'm not sure.
We haven't got a retail price of it yet?
I think it's probably about £20.
£20, fine. And that's the El Dorado 8-year-old. Looks quite nice. The bottle is quite handy. Similar bottle that is holding the 5-year-old and I think the 3-year-old as well.
Yep.
And then we move on to the 12-year-old, and this is in a red box. It's really boxed.
That's it, yep.
A bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, it's a 12-year-old, so it's got slightly more oak.
Yeah.
This is more of a sipping rum rather than a mixing rum. And again, very easy drinking. It's got the lovely Demerara style, so slightly more aggressive than other style of rums. But yeah, really good.
This is about, what's the potency of this one?
It's standard 40%.
40%. And then from there we have that's the 12, we move to the 15. The 15-year-old, which is known. Everyone knows El Dorado 15-year-old. I think this has won quite a numerous awards.
Absolutely. This is I think the way to put it is the daddy. This is the one which is famous. It wins award after award after award. I was doing a competition last year, completely blind, and this came up tops. So fantastic rum, really, really is.
And that's just sipping it on its own.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you say it's a brandy feel? Sort of
I guess so. Yeah, yeah. I think all aged spirits, after a certain age, they start getting similar. You take single malt whiskey, you take cognac, you take rum, because they're all aged products. They're matured in wood, so the wood influence on the products is quite similar. And yes, you start heading towards the same direction.
Great. And then we move on to El Dorado 21-year-old. El Dorado is really the name at the moment. El Dorado 21-year-old. Right. Not much I've seen on the market.
No. Again, I think price-wise it starts to get a bit more expensive. In terms of style, then it's slightly heavier, slightly oakier. It's not for everybody. Okay. Even personally myself, I think the 15 is absolutely perfect. So this is more of a connoisseurs. Again, this is heading more towards single malt whiskey and cognac. So just after dinner, sipping, maybe a cube of ice, and that's it.
Right. So you would say that the 15-year-old stands on its own, more or less. This is a totally different taste completely.
Absolutely. As I said, it's slightly heavier, it's more complex, but it's got more oak. Some people don't like the oak, it's a bit more dry, heavier, oakier, whereas the 15 is slightly more, a bit more fruit, more complex. Yeah.
And from El Dorado 21-year-old, we move on to the vintage. I think this is as you said, this is the bigger daddy, the 25-year-old. Is it 25-year-old?
It is. It's a 1980 vintage 25-year-old. From what I know, this is not made very often. They make it once every 3-4 years when they have the stock. Again, pretty pricey.
We're talking about £100?
I believe it's over £100. I think, top of my head, it's closer to £200. So yeah, again, this is again going towards a malt whiskey style. So it's purely an after-dinner sipping rum.
Right. So you would say that the rum, even though rum is known for its, as it says, its class, but rum can go to that higher grade, even to a whiskier taste.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. I think people have a notion with rum that it's a mixable drink. You drink it with Coke. You drink it with whatever. I think the beauty about rum is you can drink it any way you like.
Right, this is of course, United Kingdom, the UK Rum Fest, Caribbean Rum Fest, the World Rum Fest, where everything is happening. And when you, not only rums, but you've got beautiful ladies around. Tell me about yourself.
Hi, my name is Linda Paul. I'm from Bacchanal, Mass. Today we're here at Rum Fest just showcasing our costumes and being a part of the event. Ian Burrell, as we're all aware of, he supplied the cocktails for us. We were sponsored by Cockspur Rum this year on the road, and basically we're just here to support and to bring a Caribbean presence forward.
Right. So you're from, you actually participated at Carnival this year at Notting Hill Gate?
Yes, at Notting Hill Gate Carnival on the 29th and on the 30th and the 31st of August.
Which costume it was?
This costume is called Wrath and Truth. The theme this year was 7 deadly sins and 7 heavenly virtues, and so we had all the costumes in a range. We had Lust, which is the red costumes going around. We have Gluttony and Courage, which is the pink and orange one you may see around later on. We had Envy, which was green, and we had a range of beautiful, vibrant colours.
And you are?
I am Wrath and Truth.
Wrath
and Truth.
Wrath and Truth. Right, I can see that. Absolutely wonderful. This is what happens here at the Rum Festival. I'm Carl Brown, and I can tell you, next year, look out. It's going to be heavenly.
definitely.
Sure, thank you. I've just had a sip of the El Dorado 8-year-old, and I was informed not too long ago it was one of the new brands, new rums on the market. And my opinion that this rum is absolutely smooth. As Steph said before, it is a cocktail. You can use it as a cocktail. But tasting it on its own, it has that smooth feeling too. So you can either play with it. You can either just have it on its own or do the cocktail. And I recommend you go for the 8 as well.
Ray is the export director for Banksy.
With me, I have Mr. Chris Seals. Now, XM has had a great absence in the United Kingdom for some time, and Chris has been one of the many people responsible for bringing XM back to the UK. XM has been known for its greatness in tastes around the world for rums, and it's so good to have it back in the UK. I will now move on and have Chris, who is here with us, to tell us about when it came in, how it's doing, and the various type of XM rums that are available on the market here in the UK. Chris, welcome to the Rum Festival.
Cal, you good? Enjoying Rum Fest?
Great. Now, but about XM, where do we begin?
Well, XM's a long story. It's a great rum, first of all, and it's a very long and got a great tradition. Starting like Caribbean and Guyana, all the richness you expect from a rum coming from Guyana, Demerara, the character of the people, the character of the country, produce an absolutely outstanding rum, absolutely outstanding. And it's specialty brands we've been distributing in XM in the UK for the last year.
For the last year. Because actually, Chris, one of the things we know, Digar is the producer for XM rum. Why was the lapse?
The lapse was purely, I think, just due for commercial reasons, different emphasis, different focuses. It was a forgotten about rum in the UK, and then, you know, rum in the UK is going through an absolute boom. Year on year growth. Old people drinking more rum, young people importantly drinking more rum, and we thought it was time to bring a fantastic rum back to the UK. So here's our range. It's great to say we're back. It's great to say we're back.
Great. Now let's look at the range of XM rums that be on the market. First, we start with the XM 5-year-old. XM, as you know, is produced by Digar Banks DIH. Now we look at XM 5-year-old. Now let's look at its maturity.
So Banks XM5. Within our range, we have 4 products. The 5-year-old is kind of the entry level. We then go to the 7-year-old, the 10-year-old, and the absolute cream of the crop, top of the tree, XM 12-year-old. Absolutely wonderful product. In terms of the XM5, what we do with the XM 5-year-old, it's a very big product in Guyana. So we work closely with the Guianan community here, trying to give them a taste of home. It's a 5-year-old, it's a very pungent, a very rich rum. Absolutely beautiful, but mainly for sipping. Yeah.
Right. So the 5-year-old, we say you can use. It's more of a. Would you say it's a harsh rum?
I don't think harsh is the right word. It's quite a pungent, vibrant rum. One of the great things about rum is it shouldn't just be sweet. You need kind of that alcohol, you need that spice, you kind of need it all to work together, to blend together. That's what the 5-year-old does perfectly.
And it goes, you can mix it with anything.
It'll mix with anything. You can sip it, drink it with Coke. It's great.
What's your best? Would you say rum Coke or rum and orange?
Personally, rum and ginger is for me. Rum and ginger, you cannot beat it. Really, really nice long drink, or even to sip. You know, 5-year-old on its own is a great product.
How are you? How are you, everybody? What is the pitch about Bacardi? We are a family business, almost 150 years. Originally coming in Cuba. In the 60s, we left Cuba. We've been making this rum for a long, long time. It's handcrafted. It's an age, for example, Bacardi Superior. It's an aged white rum. For us, for example, one of the main things for me, particularly I'm coming from the industry of making cocktails, Bacardi has been with the cocktail, with the mixology for such a long time. In 1920s, we've been like the rum of excellence to make elegant cocktails. Now with Bacardi, we're doing, for example, if you see in the back, we have 3 finalists for the Legacy Cocktail Competition. But it's all about be elegant and making elegant drinks. Come back to be the wonderful moment on Cuba in 1920s. Don't forget, 50 ml of Bacardi Superior, 25 ml of fresh squeezed lime juice, 2 heaped spoons of sugar, and shake it with love and passion. That's the daiquiri, the original daiquiri.
Hi, my name is Veronica from the Caribbean Tourism Organisation. Let me introduce my colleague here, Anne McGonigal. She's the manager for the UK chapter. We're here today to support the Rum Fest. This is our first time. We have a stand here to promote the Caribbean, the region, to promote travel to the Caribbean, and also to just to emphasize that we're here to help support our countries like Barbados, Cayman Islands, but countries that have distilleries, countries that support the rum industry, also with authentic Caribbean rum, and also with the organizers for the Rum Experience, Ian Burrell and Sam Burrell.
Available in CP.
We are a regional marketing organisation, an international development agency. We represent 34 countries. We also work with the people in the travel industry. That would be the airlines, the tour operators, the travel agents, media, anybody who's really interested in or works within the tourism industry. We represent UK and Europe. We represent we also have marketing offices in North America. Our head office is based in Barbados. From Barbados, our head office, we have research and statistic consultancy and training and development, that type of service that we offer to our members.
Right, Veronica St. Louis from the Caribbean Tourism Organisation here at the Caribbean UK Rum Fest.
A really great idea.
And here is where I'm going to say thank you for coming back with me in the time tunnel and really enjoying what it was. I hope we have good times in the future. I hope we can also enjoy ourselves again and be as we used to be and not be locked down. Until we meet again, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Be good.
Yeah.